What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Bugs Laveau.
It's the young schoolboy Pizzo Bam Wham.
And y'all tuning in to 94.9 The City. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Man, today we got some special guests, man.
Doing it different, you feel me?
Doing a little bit different, you know. It's
Let them know what the hell going on, man.
Let me tell y'all some stories, right, real quick.
All right.
So, like, let me tell y'all, we got two guests, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how I first heard of each of them.
Okay.
First one, I'm on Instagram, and I see like a bunch of like jits out of like, I think like from Cape. Like high school kids, just tagging this artist. They keep sharing this artist on their story.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, who the fuck is this artist, bro? I never heard of this kid before. And then I'm clicking, and I see my homeboy CL Vision shot a video. So I click on the video, I click on the link.
Yeah,
and all I see is like a bunch of like smoke, a bunch of like guns, a bunch of like, and the song's fire too. And I'm like, bro, who is this artist, bro? Like I never heard this kid. And come to find out, it's Armani 2 times. And then when we started up the station, he kept showing love, and he kept like hitting us up.
Yes, sir.
Just being a solid person. So that's how I got acquainted with our first guest on Armani 2 times.
Okay.
Second guest. This is
household name in Florida.
Yeah, this was like, when this happened? This was like maybe about 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a true story too.
Okay.
One of my homeboys was like, "Hey man," like he was sad and stuff, and he was like, "Hey man." Like, hey, bro, like, I'm like, what's up, bro? You straight? He's like, hey, man,
you straight?
I think my old lady, man, she went on her laptop. She went on her laptop in my crib.
Yeah.
And she left her social media. I ain't gonna say what social media, but she left her social media page.
No.
And I went on her page.
No.
And I ain't want to go through her messages.
Sucker.
You ain't supposed to. That's G code, but I went through her messages.
He broke G code.
And you know some dude named G1 the Don. I was like,
oh, he broke G code.
Like, bro.
That's why you don't break G code.
I be seeing that nigga G1 all over social media, bro. Like I think I know who you talking about, bro. And that's how I got acquainted with the second guest we got today.
But I ain't never do nothing with it.
I ain't do nothing with it.
I ain't do nothing with it. They still together?
Nah.
Not after that. He broke G code.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. But anyways, man, without further ado, man, our guest Armani 2 times.
Yes, sir.
What's up? How you doing?
Man, so real quick, break down like y'all relationship, like how y'all know each other. I know y'all made a song together recently, but
yeah, are y'all brothers?
No, we're not brothers.
Oh, because the song had everything like, damn, he had a little brother, ain't no nothing but.
Brothers though.
We brothers by nation.
I feel that.
Haitian.
So how y'all linked up?
Originally, I had met him in the studio around September with one of his other artists, Gucci Black. Free him, by the way. He in jail right now, but and I was just there on the note of just showing my face, and I met Soulja Creek in that time, and I also met G1 the Don. Now, fast forward a little bit, because I wasn't making music in September. I didn't start making music till November.
Yeah.
And
so you just
I dropped it. Yeah, I dropped the music video, and at the studio I went to at the time, Studio 500, the owner of it, he liked my music, he liked my sound.
Yeah.
So he wanted to market me off. So he brought me to some show. It was a Lil Durk show out in Tampa.
Okay.
It's basically Network, and that was probably like a week after I dropped Secrets, and I just happened to run into him, and I just put my name in his ear. Yo, what's up? You feel me? Look me up.
Yeah.
And it turns out before I even spoke to him, he already knew who I was.
Yeah,
so that was kind of like
that felt. Just as far as like when you introduce yourself to somebody and they already know who you is.
Yeah, it's like what I'm doing working.
The first time when I met him, you know what I'm saying, he was already letting me know he was doing music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, that he was trying to, speak upon it. I was running around, you know what I'm saying, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna
check y'all when I get a chance.
I'm gonna check back to him. He probably thought I ain't even know nothing about it.
Yeah.
When I seen him the second time, and it was my event, you know what I'm saying, so we don't want that book Durkio, so by him coming, it's like, okay, then you support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what? Let me sit down. We chop it up, and ever since then, we just been cool.
What made you want to take him under your wing as being like, because you like his manager right now, right?
Yeah.
What made you want to like take on that role with him?
Because at the day, it's just like you got talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got talent, and second of all, it's like, being where I come from, is like I like to see. You know what I'm saying? I like to help the next person come on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a scout.
I like that you say that because I feel like in Florida we really ain't got too many like big homies as far as
everybody be hating on each other.
Yeah, so it's like it's good to see like somebody like just from like who got experience reach out with somebody.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So why make it hard? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, you know what? you know, I mean, I'm not Jay-Z. I'm not P. Diddy. My fault. I'm not P. Diddy. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Big Tigger or the big manager, QC, whatever. But at the day, whatever I know, we can go a little level.
Yeah.
And it's up to his talent, his music to get us the rest. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what it is.
So how you go about like taking advice from bro? Like as far as like since he know experience, do you try to like stay on your own path or do you try to like listen as much as you can?
With me, I have my own way with it, but he's more the verification on it. I'll go to the studio, I'll record 4 songs, and if he like it, then he like it, and if he like it, then we're gonna run with it. Because nobody knows potential in my eyes more than him, because he's done put a lot of careers up there.
And bro, you got your own style, bro. Like from the first time I heard your stuff, it ain't sound like. Well, first of all, hold on, let's get to it. You don't really claim Fort Myers. You claim Cape, right?
Yeah.
I seen post on Instagram the other day.
Shout out to Fort Myers.
For sure.
I got love for Fort Myers.
We bird through Fort Myers all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like we don't, you know, he's just trying to let that be known now. So when he reached that, you know what I'm saying, Acme position, whatever, nobody won't be like, oh, you was. You're at your address school went
because a lot of the blogs that pick my name up, they put me down as a Fort Myers artist, so it's like but I got love for the city.
So like where you from originally?
I was born in Miami. I lived in Indiana for 2 years and then I moved to Cape Coral.
The state Indiana?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that though? What you doing in Indiana?
I don't even know.
You just have family out there, so it's just different. Like you from Florida to Indiana, it's like.
But we lived in southern Indiana. It's not like there's more.
What's the vibe out there? Because I really don't know too much about it. I just know Florida to be honest.
It's just country,
country
farming country. Even
like,
the little knowledge, just like it has the same kind of feel as Georgia, but it's not Georgia. You feel me?
So what? How many songs you dropped? You ain't dropped that many records, right?
Nah, but I'm hot.
How many songs you dropped so far? Bro.
I got 4 out.
But and you shot all videos for these records? Which one's like your most popular one right now?
Brothers probably has over 100,000 altogether everywhere.
So how did you figure out like your game plan to this? Like most people they think like I'ma just flood with singles. Some people think, I'ma just get my image. Like, how did you figure out how you gonna come into the game?
For me, the image side of it wasn't too hard because in high school I was one of the people that always threw the parties. They always threw the parties, so everybody kind of knew my face. So basically, it wouldn't be hard to get a whole bunch of people behind me and be able to push my movement the way that they have been doing it, and they've been doing it full force. Shout out to 2 Times the Gang. Shout out D Money, Mikey, Leo, all y'all boys. Like. Them boys just pushed me, and that's
so
really
like you was already known in high school,
and
so you used like basically that popularity to like.
Basically, it wasn't too hard to do.
So how did you figure out how you was gonna like drop your singles though? Like, cause I see it looked like you know what you're doing with it, like you ain't just dropping it.
To me, I would just see people drop songs on SoundCloud, song. Not everybody want to hear it every time, so. You know, you feel me? You're more likely to watch a video than just listen to some video playing. And that's basically it. That's basically it. People will take you a lot more serious when they can put a face to the sound. Straight up.
So that was like the approach you went with it then. And you think you'll stick to that, or you think you might switch it up? Like, is it working for you?
It's working. It's working. My face is everywhere.
You was telling me a little bit before. They kind of wanted to. Was trying to go on tour, or they was trying to get you on tour with you said with Rod Wave, right?
Yeah,
that's something that's still in the works.
That's still on the table.
We got a lot.
That's still on the table. You know what I'm saying? Then right now we either have that option or we trying to do something. If we gonna do something with our own, like basically Soulja Kid.
Shout out Soulja Kid.
Nice. You know what I'm saying? Soulja Kid, OTM Frenchie. Shouts out OTM Frenchie. Probably was thinking about putting our own little thing together.
You
know what I'm saying? Because
that's dope. You say that.
The reason why is like nowadays is like these artists, like for example him. You know, when we go to Tampa, we did special guest at Rob. You know what I'm saying? In Temple. And he had a whole bunch of movement, at least 20, 30 people come.
Yeah. And that's cool.
That's everybody paid $50, $60, $80. You gonna come from? So I'm like, why?
Why be under the next man? We got your own little.
Okay, why when you got people that would willing to follow you? You know what I'm saying? So we just all we have to do is get a little venue and get the right acts. And you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what happened 2 weeks ago?
He had a Flyline show.
Right.
Who was that with? Oh, they're pretty big in Florida too.
Who threw that show? Man, shout out Pito, man.
Shout out
He's doing his thing.
So
man.
how that show went? How do your shows go? Like regardless, like how many shows have you done?
That was my real first one.
Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah, like good energy, reaction. All
He
that.
didn't do nothing until after he performed.
That was
that's
up,
professional,
bro. A lot
bro.
of people mess up where it's like they just want to get lit, they want to do everything, and they get on the stage and be zombies. Like you ain't never had that happen to you.
I'm not on that note, especially around here, because when you make music, a lot of people have eyes on you. And
Yeah.
some people that will not like you for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G1, I kind of want to get into with you is like, how did you? Because it seemed like you kind of, you familiar with the music scene and like you kind of know how to maneuver. Like, how'd you gain that knowledge?
Just by being in music myself.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? When I first started rapping, I started rapping 04, 05.
Yeah.
I remember you had like a mixtape with a cover. You was like on a crown.
G1 done.
That's 2014.
Okay.
That's a lot of people probably think that's my first. You know what I'm saying? But my first was really like 2004, 2005. It was hosted by DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? I had Ross, Gunplay, Briscoe. You know what I'm saying? And that day it was you know what I'm saying? It was MySpace days. So that day it was not a lot of push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that day is like, so by me working with these people, growing and realizing my mistake and my failures, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, now I know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is like a mistake in the music industry? Like what you think?
Not consistent.
Not being consistent.
Not consistent and getting being trapped into the hype.
So it's
You know what I'm
like
saying? So it's like everything that comes with it, meaning clothes or street shit, everything that
losing
comes with
focus
it.
pretty much.
You're losing focus and be like, you know what? I'm already here. That's the focus I lost. Like I stopped my consistency of dropping music. You know what I'm saying? I just stuck to the one side because I was being successful in that side.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm doing music, it was bringing me more people, more plugs, more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And did you have to realize that yourself, or did you have somebody like in your corner?
I realized that, like, I realized later on. You know what I'm saying? Basically, later. It's never too late. You know what I'm saying? I realized later on, like, basically, I gotta, you gotta have one foot in. You know what I'm saying? Or one foot out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So then when it gets real serious, you have to only stick with one.
all or nothing on
You know what I'm saying? That was my mistake, just trying to be street, trying to live to what the streets talking about through my music, and it trapped me in.
Damn.
So that's why I know where Armani is different. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have faith in him and Block Boy. Shouts out to Block Boy.
Shout out Block
Okay, shout out Block Boy. We in it, bitch.
Even though they in the streets, they don't let that get to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just normal. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Chase trap live, none of that. Even though they about it, they trap, they but when it comes to the music, they put all that shit to the side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know who always talk about you real highly, bro? Like my dog Luyo.
That's my brother.
Yeah, and he's like
That's my
real
brother.
Latino
That's my
gang.
brother.
for sure.
That's my
Shout out
brother.
Luyo Manny, man.
That's when we first started. He
would tell me that all the time, bro.
That's my brother. That's my brother.
And he's like he's all up in the music stuff right now.
Yeah,
so
Universal Latinos
Yeah,
and all
for
that.
sure,
him
man.
and Manny, that's my brother. That
for me knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you rock with him, I already know, like, you kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he knows for sure, so.
Yeah, trailer park days. We used to stay in trailer parks
told
and
me,
all
bro.
that. We was, like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, shouts out to Lujo, man. Fly Latino gang, man.
One thing I also want to talk to you is, like, where do you see, like, the Florida rap scene, bro? Because you've been making music for a while.
Right.
So it's like, and it's been growing. Do you feel like, Florida, period, has what it takes to make it?
See, a lot of people don't know is Florida by itself has, 19, 20 million people?
I don't even, probably.
Yeah, by that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a lot of people don't do the census; they don't check it.
Yeah.
So when you go to places,
Say he checked the census.
Yeah.
So when you go to places like Miami, 3 million, 2 million.
Yeah.
So you can control, like, you see these artists coming out of Jacksonville, coming out of Cape, like Armani, North Miami, like Block Boy, Polo, whatever.
Yeah.
Once they drop, it's easy to boom because you have that much population in one county.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the days, like, far as back then, it felt like Florida was Fort Myers only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like.
So like, what's y'all approach when it comes to this? Like, as far as like who y'all trying to reach? Like, you can answer this.
I wanna morally just build my own wave. I'm not trying to be like nobody.
So like, what's building your own wave in a sense?
Cause like my sound is unique. Nobody can really say they have my sound. Nobody can say they market themselves like I do.
I agree.
Nobody really has. Like I get attention with or without the music. The music is a plus to me, so you feel me?
So how you think
It's
you
just
stay
all
like one up, like ahead of the curve?
On that note, I take note. I take notes. I'll take notes. I'll watch live performances. I'll come up with formulas of how to drop your music, how to push it, all that.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is you ain't been rapping that long. I know people who probably been rapping like
I just heard
way longer than you, bro, and like your name
me.
already kind. You know what I'm saying? You got like a nice little name for you right now.
And that's what the promotion and marketing and
especially
and all
nowadays,
that,
like,
you have to, you know what I'm saying? If you have to, a lot of people that have been rapping, they don't have nobody that share the same vision.
Yeah.
A lot of people would be look at somebody as an investment instead of longevity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the day, it's just like I don't pressure them. I don't be like sign this, do this, do. I don't pressure them. It's like if you with me, you with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't fake it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And back to answer your question, what you asked him about how you creating his own wave, the same way he's doing now. Just drop music with a video consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the subscribers gonna build. It's gonna come up the next time we do this interview. Hopefully, it's you gonna
and they see the progress. It's dope. Like I feel like all the Florida artists, especially Florida artists, they've been taking like note as far as like staying consistent and like networking.
Right, and the thing is Florida artists is like the last ones to got put on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
like this
New
just
York
happened.
was you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
New York was the first one to get put on. Then you go to Texas, then you go to Atlanta,
Cali.
then Cali, then now
It's like, where's Florida?
Now by Florida, just peeping all that,
not even knowing that Florida really been the innovators of a lot of things as far as like fashion, as far as like people move. So it's just cool to like, it's cool to see like Florida grasping the concept that we are that great and we can be that great. Like before the interview, me and bro was talking. I'm like, dang, how you know all the youngest in Fort Myers? And it's just like they all just linking. They got that unity. And I appreciate that about the younger generation as far as
right.
We're morely just trying to become one, because a lot of people out here, they just want to hate on each other for no reason. It's like, why? We should be building.
Yeah.
Look at Atlanta, you feel me? Look at Houston. Like, we got to push the wave, not have the wave in a whole bunch of pieces.
Yeah. And what's funny, what people don't realize is like Florida not that big, bro. Like
It's not.
Hey, don't forget 20 million people.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like
How many people New York got?
No, New York got more.
But what I'm saying is like how I know Louis and Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody connected somehow.
See, the thing is, that's what I used to think too. Is like, see, the world is, Florida is big, but the more you grow as a person and the more you become popular, the Florida becomes small to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now that you're doing an activity, say example, you're a DJ and you go to a venue that holds 4,000 people.
Yeah.
One day, next thing you know, those 4,000 people knows you.
Yeah.
Now the world Florida becoming smaller and smaller for you. So now when you go somewhere else, you might go to a Heat game and they be like, bro, then you be like, oh.
and it's like you outgrowing.
Then you gonna be like, damn, I ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You feel me? That's how the world is. The more you do, the more your popularity grow, the more your fame grow, the more people know, the more interviews you do, the more Instagram you're gonna be on. Now when you go to Publix, hey, you that guy from. We
already be getting down on the low.
You know what I'm saying? But when you was not doing that, nobody's. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like with Armani and Block Boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like out of Fort Myers, shouts out to every artist in Fort Myers doing it. First of all, I fuck with everybody in Fort Myers doing it. Salute Fort Myers. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but no disrespect. It's just like I feel like with the 2 times the gang, it's a positive movement. It's a positive look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
I don't see too much flagging coming out of y'all.
It's not too much flagging. If they do flagging, they got gun license.
Yeah,
they got
the right way. Like they
got
room to flag.
We don't promote violence. We just gonna protect ourselves.
So at the days, it's like you feel me. He could have came on this and be like talk a whole bunch of slang or a whole bunch of his positive approach. You know what I'm saying? So and that's basically what we're trying to do. Is like Fort Myers and Cape, whatever. Yeah. Cape is Fort Myers. Fort Myers is Cape. You can come from
Lehigh, Cape, Fort Myers is one big part to me.
So at the days, like I feel like if all the artists, you know what I'm saying, support each other and all that, it's everything's
and they'll be up like that.
It's up.
So how y'all? What y'all think like the best form of promotion nowadays? Because it's like when your time came out, and it's like you was kind of coming into like the scene when the internet was coming, but for the most part, it was like word of mouth.
Yeah, it was word of mouth.
So like, how do you
printing CDs, printing flyers, going to all the Martin Luther King parade,
right? All the
that's basically what we had to do. But now it's like this generation is just like, just like I tell my son, you know what I'm saying? By the time he get 20 years old, he could just do one post and he'll go viral. You know what I'm saying? And that's the
Social
thing is
media
like
is
internet,
everything.
but you have to your stuff have to be good.
Right.
Yeah,
It gotta be good.
It
Yeah.
still gotta be good.
If it's not good, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Slowly but for surely it gets there.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like this is like a nice surprise. Like I ain't know how the interview was gonna go because I ain't never met y'all. But nah, I fuck with y'all, man. It's dope,
Key
man.
to the streets.
Yeah,
man.
we met
So-
each other on Instagram. Right?
Oh yeah,
That's the world, right?
Yeah, bro. That's
You know what I'm saying?
y'all be having
We
those
know each
moments
other
when you
before we
meet your
know each other.
followers.
Right.
You gonna
Yeah.
come from? So
That's
it's
how it
like
is with us. Everybody in the
everybody,
room, basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like you just
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. 94.9 City, and we out.
appreciate it.
Keep utilizing the internet, man.
All day, baby.
All day.
So-